What's good? What's going on? Masculine Post here. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff to get the word out. Okay? Cool. Alright, so we live in a time when it's always been the case, but it's been shown and exposed greatly that masculinity has been disposed of, like disposable. Okay? So it's a funny thing that's translating in the society that men are so useful that you need them for everything. You need men to be like, oh man, the power grid went down. Let's go get to some men. Oh, there's a fire. Let's send some men to go put out that fire. Oh, some dead bodies in there because of a flood. Let's go pick up some bodies. They're useful like that, but at the same time disposable. So if he dies, oh, it's okay. But protect women and children. So I wanted to come on here and just give you a word about enjoying your toxic masculinity, because to them you're toxic. The very behavior that they use against you to do what they need to do, armies, wars, diesel mechanics. Men are doing that. You have to use it to enjoy yourself. So you are an advantage if you get across this information and you apply it. It's important to define your masculinity based on what it is, not based on what they tell you. Like women are programmed to tell you, oh, a real man is this, okay? So for the first part is I say avoid women in your development stage. What's your development stage? When you're young and you're trying to come up. Or if you're a man who's had enough and you say, what's the alternative? So number one is just disregard. Like if you want to date, date, but put women aside because they're going to try to tell you what a real man should be. And you ought to live your life the way you really see fit. So I'm going to tell you some of the tips that have worked for me, how to enjoy what they term toxic masculinity. You are capable of learning a language. You're capable of learning a hobby. You're capable of enjoying your own free time. The reason why we run to women oftentimes is because, yes, we have that desire, and part of it is programming. Oh, I can't do nothing unless, like, I remember thinking this thought that I would not be successful in business unless I had a woman. I had that programming in my head. Trust and believe. So when you get your own hobbies, when you get your own, whether it's a skill set, whether you are, whether it's traveling or developing a skill, developing a language, you are distracted. Training as far as fitness, you have less time for women. You're going to be able to do the right things by yourself. And that's what's important. In the developmental stages, these are some of the things I need you to learn to enjoy your toxic masculinity. Number one, learn to budget. Budget. Budget, meaning you go to the store with a list of things you want to buy, stick to those lists. And save. Budget and save. You won't live life, you won't learn to enjoy life unless you're able to save, because saving means saying no to certain things. I came to the store to buy this and that, and I'm saying no to that. That also allows you boundaries. And when you're saving and you see that chunk is coming up, is growing, you will not allow some stranger to come into your life and waste it. That's why this developmental stage, the stage you don't want no women up in the business, because they're not designed to save, and that's why the powers that be need these women to be single because they're big consumers. So save, budget, save. When you obtain something that you budgeted for and you paid exactly what you wanted, it develops discipline. So you got those two together. Number one, develop your health. Eat healthy, train, because you don't want to be aged and sick. So develop who you are as a person, be fit, be courteous, be polite to everybody. It's amazing how much toxicity is thrown out by the opposite sex about men and this, men, whatever. Don't be involved with women in that capacity. Mind your own business. Just be courteous, be friendly, keep it pushing. Okay? This is how to enjoy your toxic masculinity. Number one, understand that the things that you develop now will serve you later. So let's say an example, you learn to be on time at work. You learn a new skill at work. Maybe you get a ticket or a license. Eventually those things will translate into real value because they're real valuable to society. Masculinity is always in demand, except oftentimes we don't get to to state the price of what we want for it. We often are deluded and manipulated into just serving as servants. But when you control it, when you control your masculinity, then you empower because you say, look, you need a diesel mechanic. I'm a diesel mechanic. These are the rates. You need a welder. I'm a welder. These are the rates. You see what I'm saying? But you won't speak like that until you refine your skill much later. So women may look at a diesel mechanic as a dirty craft, but when she's been done several times and she got several babies, she gonna see that diesel mechanic having a home, having cars, vacations, and he all of a sudden you're gonna become attractive. And of course you're not gonna allow yourself to get played. But this is just a game on how to enjoy your toxic masculinity. The other part is, so you got your budgeting and you're saving and you're learning a new skill and you're eating healthy. Okay? Very important. You're eating healthy. Read. Reading is good, not just because most of the good information comes from books rather than just TV, but also teaches you to be patient and relax the brain. All this fast paced technology, social media, get your mind rerouted. You know, if I look at my phone every day, that my brain is going to be wired towards looking at my phone every day. If I have to do 10 push-ups before I brush my teeth, my brain's going to look forward to that. So when you read, it reroutes your brain to actually glean information from books. The other part is that, remember, a great majority of males are being raised by single women. So they will not deliver the masculinity that is in you because you are deliberately choosing your path. So most males are unstable. Modern day males are raised by single mothers who are unstable, unfortunately. Kudos to those who are doing a good job, but most males are raised in unhealthy environments. So when you take this path, you're going to be a rare, rare commodity. Trust me. So now you got skill sets. Now you got discipline. Now you're saving. Always live below your means. Don't be buying flashy cars. Most of the communities I've interacted with, the Jewish community, and the Vietnamese community that I've known, I've done business with, keep your basic car. Don't let nobody push you into buying some flashy car. Avoid the celebrity culture. Don't look at rappers, influencers, whatever. No, live in your own lane because they come up like it's almost like a firework for them. It's like they'll flash, and before you know, when you're older, you discover they're only human. They mismanage their funds. Live in that because now you're operating with a greater, better software because your software is trusted and proven and disciplined. Delayed gratification. You don't buy things impulsively. You're budgeting. You're saving. You're taking care of your health. You got hobbies. If you have these things in your control, okay, of course life happens, but if you have these things in your control, you'll be able to say, this is what I expect from you as an individual, whether man or woman, friendships or relationships, and nothing else. Like I would not take anything less because you don't allow yourself to slack. So these are the things, and always learn because if you've learned to say no to yourself on things that you love, it's easier to say no to somebody else, an external person, knowing that they don't bring value to yourself. When you have these things, your masculinity is always going to be in demand, whether it's a craft, a skill that you've honed when things are going crappy and technology is no longer prevalent, you've crafted yourself and ready for the times. You'll be in high demand because your masculinity is calm, disciplined, in order, systemized, not chaotic. Right now, we're living in a time where everybody's chaotic. Men are just acting crazy. There's a lot of DL dudes who are not being honest. but you're gonna shine bright because you're exhibiting characteristics. The- And the only difference is you took the time from the beginning. It takes time, okay? It takes time to be what I'm talking about. But when you become this person, you will enjoy yourself because you'll be able to travel because you got money. You'll be able to have investments because you know how to discipline yourself. You'll be able to see the world and choose. If somebody is acting crazy in this country, go to a different country. And you'll be able to read up on things because you're not lazy, you're not brain dead, and you'll be fit and healthy. So it doesn't matter. Don't be hasty. Delayed gratification, your masculinity can be maximized for your good. Don't be just joining the army and being a pawn for the government to pick up a gun and you get killed. No. So build yourself. Don't listen to women and what they're saying. This is a word I needed to get out to y'all because a lot of us are they're not being taught how to conduct themselves. Learn these things and trust me, your life will be pleasurable. Should you be allowed long life, the rest of it you're not in control. The Most High is, but you can enjoy what is yours. But close your ears to what women are saying because women move in their feelings right now. They're saying brothers ain't this, brothers ain't that, but you'll be the very brother they're looking out for when it's all undone in their world, and you'll be saying no, thank you, I'll pass because you said no to me. So I think it's within my right to say no because I know what I'm about. So enjoy masculinity. It's important that you take hold of your life and you can. It takes some time, some it's not overnight. This is not overnight stuff. But this is genuine outbuild, like the way you build a house. I peace, love, and blessings.